Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my other host right over here.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to this pod. It really helps us out, and we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we are going to start. It's getting close to August, getting close to that football season. So DeAndre Hopkins will start there. He has signed with the Titans. Patriots were in on him, but I guess they're just going to be stuck with a Juju Smith-Schuster and Devontae Parker. How does D-Hops going to the Titans affect the league at all?
It doesn't. I sent you that tweet from Bleacher Report betting, and actually it showed the odds before DeAndre Hopkins got signed with the Titans, and they remained the same for them to win the Super Bowl. So I think the league kind of is like, okay, cool. Like, that doesn't really affect anything. I think it's kind of a weird move for DeAndre Hopkins. I think it's a weird move for the Tennessee Titans. I mean, they were obviously in desperate need of a wide receiver, but why pay that much money for an aging wide receiver? Almost seems like he was just a piece for a team that was really trying to make a push at a championship. And it doesn't seem like that's where they're at. You know what I mean? They're kind of in rebuild mode if that's, but I don't think Vrabel wants to be in rebuild mode. So he's like, let's do this now. I don't know. Like, what's your take on it?
I think they made a huge mistake with A.J. Brown. I saw another tweet that was like, why pay A.J. Brown when you could pay DeAndre Hopkins, who's way older and not as good? So, you live and you learn with these mistakes, but sometimes you don't live past that contract. So is Vrabel kind of on his way out because of like the way the offense is? Like, the team's obviously declining in talent. And
yes.
And now we have a quarterback situation where they clearly want to move off of Tannehill, but he's still so much better than the options that they have.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting reports all over the place. Like, oh, Malik Willis is playing actually better than Will Levis now when he was probably going to get cut. Is Will Levis going to be the future guy if he's not playing than the guy that couldn't throw last year?
So who was passed up on 2 weeks of Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Will Levis again went to the worst scenario for him. Like, all the same things that he struggled with in college are going to be the same things on the Titans. They're not sure about their offensive scheme. They don't have wide receivers, and they have a terrible O-line. Well, that's the same case in Tennessee. So do I see him starting this year? No. But I think they have to evaluate what they have in Will Levis this year, especially if they are going to suck as bad as people kind of are expecting them to. I know, good coach, quote unquote, good defense, but it's kind of declining over the past few years. So maybe they are in contention to get one of those second tier quarterbacks out of this draft, whether it be Drake May, Penix, even Bo Nix. So there's a couple different options out there you're going to have to really evaluate as the Tennessee Titans moving forward.
But is it a failure if, like, 3 years in a row you're still looking in the draft for a quarterback? Like, I mean, I guess they didn't take the biggest swings. Like, Levis fell to them, Malik Willis fell to them. But at what point are you like, maybe we should get a first-round quarterback and, like, stop fucking around?
And that's maybe what they're going to do 3 years in a row. Like, hey, we drafted one in the third, we drafted one in the second. Now it's the first round, baby. Like, this is going to be our guy. And you can never have too many quarterbacks. Look at what the Washington Commanders football team, Redskins, did. They drafted Robert Griffin III, and they immediately in that same draft drafted Kirk Cousins. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't have one of the best seasons that they did with Kirk Cousins. So you can always hedge your bets. Look at what the Cardinals did with Josh Rosen, giving him 1 year and then pivoting off of him, moving straight to Kyler Murray. So it doesn't really matter. Look at what the 49ers did. They drafted Trey Lance, number 3. They got Mr. Irrelevant, and they kept swinging on quarterbacks, and now it looks like they have a guy who can hold up the franchise. So I don't think it really matters as long as you do find that guy.
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell. I mean, what if their guy's still Tannehill and they got to just keep rolling with him, like kind of Minnesota Kirk Cousins style? But
that's worst case scenario.
Well, we'll see. You guys let us know in the comments. You guys like the D-Hop signing? Does it change anything?